We are wrestling.
We are wrestling.
Don, D-O-N?
Dick, got it.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We are wrestling.
What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What is going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. 1/3 of We Are Wrestling. It's a very emotional episode that we got for you guys today.
Emotional.
Yes. But Ben, man, what is going on?
What's
my
going
comrade?
on? What is going on? We Are Wrestling Maniacs Worldwide. It is the third of We Are Wrestling talk show. We're doing a different one today, and it's going to be kind of nice to step away from the norm. But before I tell you what that is, I'm going to hand it right over to our host with the most, Don. What's going on, bro?
What is going on? This week on the We Are Wrestling talk show, we are going to be going down memory lane, celebrating 1 year as the Big Three, because in case you guys didn't know, the We Are Wrestling talk show, we rebranded it in February 2022. Danny was supposed to be a guest, ended up staying for the long haul, and in episode 3, we actually had the debut of Ben, which was the first time we had us three together, and since then, we have stuck together like glue.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's kind of fucking nuts, and it's funny that I debuted in episode 3 because that was like 3 all around. That was like the evil comes in threes, bro. Fucking shit comes in threes, and it's funny, you know. It's nuts to think about it, you know, because I think I came right before it was like the Pullman episode, like right before Mania, right? That I came in. It was like right before it.
Right.
It was in February. You wanted, Donnie wanted to have you
February
on
18th,
because
literally 1 year from the day
Yeah,
this
he
comes
wanted
out.
he wanted to have me on because he wanted to fucking know what the hell my fucking issue with Charlotte Flair was.
Well, we're going
I
to get all
remember.
into that. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now. Turn on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. And of course, you already know the grind is real.
Man, it's gonna be so fucking gnarly going through memory lane after a year, because there's realistically been so much that's fucking happened, man. Like, we've had a lot of experiences along the way. We've connected with a lot of people. We've surpassed fucking subscriber count that we never thought we would this quick. Yeah, man, it's been a real fucking run so far, guys. I definitely am very thankful for being able to do this 100%, because it's fun. It gives me something, you know, to look forward to every week. I get to talk about one of my favorite things in the world with two of my other comrades who have just as much of a love of the fucking business, and you don't really get that nowadays. You know, you don't really get to, you know, haul over a couple fucking feet and there's a wrestling fan. There's not many of those nowadays. You know, when we were kids and we were in school, it was so much easier. But, you know, as adults, it's like kind of like the glimmer started to fade a little bit, but then it's like, we got this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And
it's
something
even-
I do want to say real quick as well to the We Are Wrestling Maniacs who tune into the talk show for the wrestling news. We have you guys covered. We've been posting extras here on the channel all week long, covering the wrestling news. This episode, we really wanted to go back down memory lane because literally last year, February 18th, was the first time it was us three, and why not do an episode talking about some of our favorite memories we've created and really go back down memory lane. Something different that we haven't done in a long time, since we used to do the episodes where we would talk about, like, you know, the greatest video games and like wrestling music and stuff. What were you going to say, Danny?
I was gonna say, you know, to sort of piggyback on what Ben said, you know, having friends or whatever that love this business as much as, you know, the three of us do. And it's cool because not only are we YouTube partners, where, you know, we're business partners in this, but we're also friends outside of this. It's not like, you know, we have like a long distance friendship or whatever. Like, you know, we hang out outside of doing YouTube sometimes or whatever. So just to
Yeah.
have
Exactly.
that in common with each other, I mean, It's awesome.
It's funny that you bring that up too, because I guarantee a lot of these people think that we live in like separate states because we're always online and we're always doing this shit. It's just easier with our schedules and like how busy we are.
Easier.
And it just like, because originally you guys had started like originally doing it physically together, like every week you guys would get together and do it. But once we found Zencaster
Only 2
and
episodes.
shit, and we went through Zencaster, we tried that out for a while, and that was our format for the longest time. And then StreamYard happened. It's like we never turned back because we can do everything right fucking here, and it's so much. It saves so much on editing, and it's even those small little evolutions that are super cool about this.
Yeah, and also too, I gotta say, like, adding something to what Danny was saying, like, we have grown so much from this, and like, we even have a friendship outside of doing this, and it's crazy because we've known each other for so long, but like, we've never hung out as much as we do now. We're also not only hanging out outside of, creating content here on the We Are Wrestling channel, but we're also, doing this podcast and talk show together. And we're even doing pay-per-view watch-alongs, going to meet and greets, going to independent wrestling shows.
Bitch,
Man,
I
it's
came
been
over
one of
on
the best, years of my life.
We're not going to mention the fact that I came over for something completely not wrestling related and got fucking wasted at your house for New Year's. We're not going to mention that. we do stuff outside of wrestling.
Too.
We do stuff outside of wrestling stuff. We hang out, we chill, we vibe. It's not just all pure wrestling shit, even though it does come up in conversation while we're together. But still, we do other stuff.
Yeah, no, we do. We do other stuff.
That party was lit.
I feel like I feel like we were all deep down. We were all like friends for a long time. It's just we were all so busy and passionate in doing our own thing or whatever, and we couldn't find one thing that like would fit the three of us.
We were also you and I were also very new dads to very young kids. So it's like we were also, busy with that as well. So life kind of got in the way. Even like YouTube was kind of slow for a little bit. But yeah, like you were just saying, to add to that, we finally found something that can anchor the three of us, and we've been killing it for a fucking year, man. Like, we're doing a year episode right now, which is fucking nuts to me. Like, in September, it's going to be 3 years for me on YouTube. Like, that's nuts.
MJF has seen our videos, man. It's crazy. It's still
MJF is a
blows my mind.
maniac.
He's a fucking wrestling maniac.
You have a YouTube channel.
That's right.
It pops up on my feed. And I'm just letting you know, Fat Boy, of all the horrible marks that talk about wrestling, you are by far the least intelligent.
By the way, Dan, did you know that I started YouTube on September 9th, 2020? Your birthday.
My 30th birthday, man.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Your dirty 30.
My dirty 30.
This motherfucker made his debut on YouTube. Hey.
Something I do gotta say though about like our roots with creating content, it's crazy because we've always wanted to work together. We even tried 2000. We started in 2015 with Army of Two. We made this trailer video at your guys' house. Yeah. And I remember we were gonna, we made some short films.
Some fucking travel that was right across the street.
Going on.
Ben hit me in the head with a bat.
And then I also, and I think around the time, the reason it didn't work was because we all had different projects and we had different dreams we wanted to chase. You guys, wanted to be, get independent films out there for the world. And like myself, I had this, passion project with my buddy Jordan, DITB1, which was a competition series. And we really had our own things going on. And it's crazy how everything came back full circle.
Yeah,
and
the
now
stars aligned.
We're creating content together, and we're absolutely killing it here on We Are Wrestling.
Yeah, man. Like, it's so fucking nuts to think about all of those evolutionary things. Like, you were working on YouTube heavy, and you were working on like, a competition series, being like a host, and that's where you really got your hosting chops. So I got to give that to you. Like, it comes in your own personal experience how you are able to craft all of these personas.
Oh, it was the Don Styles character.
Yeah, and you found your speaking voice, bro. Like, you found your speaking voice there. And like, as you said, me and Dan were working, on pretty hard on some, short film ideas. Like, we have a mutual friend that actually makes, shorts that I've actually been a part of, and Dan's been a part of as well. But as we got older, Dan really started hounding down on reactions, and it was like movie trailers mostly, and some songs here and there. and eventually inspired me to do the same thing back in 2017 when me and him started doing like dual reactions together. Whenever I was at his house, he'd be like, "Yo, the song just dropped. You trying to react?" And I remember the first video that got me like, "Yeah, I got to do this," because I knew I could. Like, I was like, I can get lit in front of a fucking camera to some crazy shit. And it was our Falling in Reverse Drugs music video when Corey Taylor popped.
You didn't even want to
7K.
react to it. You were like, "Fuck that! I'm not even that big of a fan."
Yeah,
of
that
them.
video blew up, didn't it?
It got like what, 7K or some shit like that.
I think right now it's sitting at around 10K. I haven't
Yeah,
checked.
so like 7. Yeah, it was like fucking huge, and like I was so inexperienced. Like, bro, put the fucking phone down. Da 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 da. I'm like, ah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned with me how like I started to get my hosting from season 2 of DITB1, which I think that's where, my work, I started to really get more comfortable on camera, but where I really started to get better being on camera, because throughout the years, in case the We Are Wrestling Maniacs don't know, I've had a channel called Donald's the Best One / Best One Network since August 8th, 2009. Creating, short films, creating, original web series, doing competition stuff. And I was always, creating content with, my cousins and close friends. And I was always the one behind the camera, always directing, always editing, doing everything, to put the product out there. And where I really started to put my foot, get used to, being in front of a camera was actually on my DBTV channel doing Brooklyn Net videos. I would, make reactions to, new players that would join the team. If a trade would happen, I would, pretty much make a rant video about it. And that's like where I really started to get comfortable creating content.
You want to talk about your Barack Obama fucking rant from fucking years ago?
We will not talk about Donald's the Best One news. Those videos are on private.
Yo, I accidentally stumbled across that video when I was going through like some of your old content, and I was crying for like 20 minutes. This man was so mad at Barack Obama. I won't go into detail, but this man
I'm going to tell you this
mad.
right now. I don't know how I got away with all the stuff that I did creating content. It's crazy to me. How
I
my
think
family
it's because you were a kid.
Dude, I filmed family drama and I would go post it on YouTube.
Bro, they're probably just like, "Hey man, it's cheaper than therapy."
Dude, I did like a Jersey Shore ripoff called Jersey Provost with Joey's family, bro. I don't know how
You're
they were
fucking
allowing
grimy.
me to record.
Dude, you're so
That's
fucking
tough.
grimy for that. You're grimy.
I
as
got
fuck.
I got one
Dude,
thing.
I was when it came to creating content.
I got one thing to say, man.
Like Logan and Jake Paul, man. I was doing
He
whatever
said Jersey
I wanted
Provost.
to get the views.
I got one thing to say, man. You guys are gonna know
Harder.
exactly where I'm going with this.
What's up?
Nothing says love like sex, bro.
That got
Oh,
somebody kicked off of a fucking YouTube channel for a little
Like
bit
top
of time
cast
there.
members too on Donald's the Best One.
That was one.
remind
That
me.
was what. That was one. I think we did that before we did Army of Two. So that was like one of our
No, that
Bro.
was
projects.
That
Bro.
was after Army of Two.
Oh, it was.
Can you believe that New Year's was the first time I saw that kid since that day? And my God, it was so good to see Joey again.
Did
God,
you
I was like,
apologize and be like, sorry for getting you kicked out of
Fuck
Donnie's
no.
house?
fuck no, I just laughed with him.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
they
Fuck
had
no.
a good laugh about it.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Joey. Joey 100%
Joey.
is somebody I would totally be down to dust off the acting chops for. That's somebody I would totally do something with, like immediately. Him and Tyrone. Like I would absolutely
Well,
get
man,
the crew together.
Those
for
two were my go-tos when it came to Donald's the Best One. They really, did everything.
Yeah,
they
dude, I
could
gotta give
to help me.
Tyrone a shout out for Steven Friends, man. Like that kid's acting in that shit was actually kind of fucking A1 for someone who's just kind of going off the dome, man. Like that kid fucking killed it. Like he killed the whole like essence of it. Like he wasn't like breaking fucking character much. Like he killed it, man. He killed it. So I gotta give it to
Tyrone was
there.
a natural. Too bad he's not gonna watch this because he's not a wrestling fan, unfortunately.
Well, tell him
But
it's a
maybe
Memory
we'll
Lane
clip it and
episode,
send
the
it
fuck?
to him.
it's a Memory Lane episode. He's part of that shit. What the fuck? You don't have to be a fucking wrestling fan to hear about your boy's stories. What were you saying though, Dan? You were gonna say something?
I was just mentioning that, and I was gonna, pretty much talk about, how Tyrone got kicked out of out of Donnie's house. And
Oh, let's talk about it, shall we?
Huh?
Let's talk about it, shall
you were
we?
when did
you were
you-
with glasses sitting on the sofa playing Guitar Hero, and I came in and fucking like I forgot what I said, but I was like freaking the fuck out over something. I had
Why
red
would you
hair,
talk to me,
remember that?
bro? Why would you talk to me, bro?
oh yeah,
Why'd you
because
talk
you
to me,
had-
bro?
yeah, because you had like a breakup or something.
I
and
was
you
just
were
like-
trying to express it to Ben.
Ooh,
And
yeah, and
Ben
I was just
just
on the
couldn't take
couch,
it.
just like, hold up. I was on the couch, just like. I have the Guitar Hero guitar in my living room, but I don't feel like getting up to do all that. But I was just staring at this shit while this guy's having a mental fucking breakdown. This dude says something about anal sex, and then I'm just like, all right, top score, end video.
But I
I
gotta
remember
say,
that entire
and like
thing.
all the memories we had in like the early days of creating content was awesome.
Yeah.
But now I say, let's get into, some of the memories we've made in 2022.
Let's fucking do it. What do you want to
Let's
start
do it,
with?
bro.
The pay-per-view watch-alongs, because this is something that, we did
Okay.
brand new on the channel when Danny joined We Are Wrestling. And since then, we've been doing bunch
Perks.
of, pay-per-view reactions
Yeah,
to
man.
WWE, AEW.
I
We've
can't
even been
remember.
doing them with Ring of Honor.
I'm telling you, bro. Perks of picking up a streamer. Perks of picking up a
I
streamer,
can't.
man.
That's
I can't remember. But I don't believe we did a watch along to WrestleMania last year. I think we all
No.
watched it separately.
We did.
We didn't. I did reactions to WrestleMania.
You're gonna be different this year. We're gonna be at Donnie's house again this year.
Not one, but two nights.
nights.
It's gonna be
That
fucking wild,
weekend,
bro.
I honestly might just fucking camp that weekend because
Go
what's the
right
point of
ahead,
fucking
man.
going home? Like if we're gonna be there the same night anyways, we might as well do promo shit for We Are Wrestling and then fucking stay for Mania that weekend. And it's far enough in advance to be like, hey, ladies, we ain't gonna be home the weekend, so you better figure some shit out.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to explain
Yeah.
it to the wives.
And I already told Ash. I already told her about it, so she's already expecting me to be gone. So yeah, Dan, it's all up to you, bitch.
It's all up to me, man. We have 3 little girls in the house, man. So it's a little bit
No.
easier for you to get away.
No, for sure. I just, there
Definitely.
is time. There's time to
Mhm.
plan it now. So
Yep.
you know about it. It's WrestleMania. It's 2 nights, an
April
a
1st and
fucking
2nd.
extraordinary event. So yeah, you're definitely gonna want to be there for sure. It's gonna be fucking
Absolutely.
A1. Or
But
as
when it
Don's
comes-
dad says, be there or be square.
Be there or be square. That's right. I love that. I love that you added that to that.
Yeah, man, dude,
Incredible.
I was there for it. I was there for all the
That's right.
tags, bro. I was there
Be
back in
there or
2014,
be
2015.
square.
I'm telling you, bro. I pay attention. I pay attention.
When
I
it comes
think
to
the-
pay-per-view, so when it comes to the pay-per-view predictions, besides the Royal Rumble one, which was my favorite one, I gotta say I really enjoyed SummerSlam, going to Ben's house and getting some Dominoes, drinking some Prime,
Hell
watching
yeah.
SummerSlam. With
That was the
Danny,
first time I ever
virtually.
had somebody over to watch wrestling with because ain't nobody come over to watch that shit with me because I feel like the whole world is not a wrestling fan like we are.
Well, for
So
me,
it was
man,
kinda
it was
nice.
fun. I had a lot of fun.
I think the first
great.
watch along that we did was WrestleMania Backlash last year. It was after WrestleMania, I think.
I
I
think
believe
it was,
so
yeah.
because right after that was like Hell in a Cell, right? Because no,
Yep.
was it? Yeah, it was Hell in a Cell, and then we did Elimination Chamber too, right?
Donnie was busy, so it was just me and you doing Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of the watch-alongs in the beginning I didn't make it to.
Yeah,
That
Hell
was
in a
Hell in a
Cell
Cell,
was
you know?
one
It
that
was-
you really should have, man. That
It
one
was
we
Hell
had
in a Cell.
booming. That one was fucking huge. We had like
We had like
shit
50 people in the fucking We
at
Are
a
Wrestling
time,
chat.
and at a time, and then at the end of it, what was like 2.7K views or by the end of the night or something like that. By the end of the pay per view, I'm like, damn, dude. Like we were like on fire that night for whatever fucking reason, but I was
it
not mad.
it was WrestleMania Backlash. That was the
Nice.
first one.
Awesome. Glad you had that out for reference. Very, very quick thinking there, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the watch alongs, they're super fun because it's like we get to not only hang out with each other and watch these big pay-per-views and share reactions, but we get to hang out with a bunch of friends we make online, like which are, the We Are Wrestling Maniacs or new subscribers or new viewers like that. I think that's one of the coolest things about it is that we have such a good subscriber base because they really do go out of the way to interact and really tell us like how they feel about the show going on, what their predictions are. And it's hard to get any kind of interaction on a channel. So I really enjoy that aspect about it too.
And
The
like,
loyal We Are Wrestling Maniacs, man.
and like I gotta say, there's probably a lot of people out there that they don't really have a group of friends to watch a show with, and interact with, so they're just sitting alone in a room, and it gives them a chance to interact with some people and talk about the show and talk about how good or how bad it is, and just to have that
That's the
kind of
blessing
conversation.
about streaming and the internet now, man, is that we're able to do that and connect with an audience and connect with lonely fucking people, man, that really just want to have somebody to talk to and chill out and vibe with at the show. And it's like having a stream with all three of us dudes. It's like having us in your living room, and we get to really rage out with you. And the coolest thing is, like, one of us is always checking out the chat, so we're always interacting constantly, and that's the great thing about having three of us.
And that's the thing, like, for me, like, I love doing the watch-alongs to interact with We Are Wrestling Maniacs, because there's nothing like it. Like, when I'm going to some of these, like, independent shows and stuff, and, like, people recognize me and, like, want to talk about wrestling with me, that's the highlight of doing this whole We Are Wrestling
It's
channel.
a vibe.
Yep. And, like, you guys even have, like, spun off and done, like, solo reactions by yourself. Ben, you've done Raw. You did some of, I believe it was it Extreme Rules or Money in the Bank? It was one of them. Donnie, you did AEW Dynamite reaction by yourself solo, because I unfortunately couldn't make it that night. So, like, it's not just, you guys aren't doing it just because I'm doing it. Like, you guys really enjoy doing it,
No,
I
100.
do, definitely. And that's the thing, like, the reason why a lot of people ask me this, and I feel like I should cover it since we're talking about it real quick. The reason why I don't do watch-alongs and I do reactions instead of doing the watch-alongs is because of my schedule, my busy schedule. In case you guys don't know, I work outside of YouTube full-time, plumbing supply shop, sit at a stool all fucking day dealing
So
with
be
assholes.
amazed with how much content he does drop.
And I also run my own channel, Best One Donnie, and I'm also doing all the extra stuff for We Are Wrestling. So in between the shows, that's where I like to get a lot of my, side editing done and getting other stuff done. So, like, my mind's not fully occupied on a stream. That's why I do the reactions over the watch-alongs. But I am going to do watch-alongs for
pay-per-views. Yeah, like the Mount Rushmore of the
pay-per-views
pay-per-views.
and specials.
Rumble, Chamber, fucking SummerSlam,
AEW
Mania,
Double or Nothing.
Survivor Series, all of the AEW pay-per-views that are the big ones. Like,
But if there is some shows like Raw 30, I will, do stuff like that as well.
Anniversary shows, specials, anything. Like, if they ever did a DX pay-per-view again, I'm not saying that DX is going to do a pay-per-view. I'm just saying, like, putting it out there. Like, if, Stable does a pay-per-view or something like that and they get big enough to do it, that's something that's, obvious. Like, anything like a regular Raw or SmackDown, definitely not. A lukewarm-ass pay-per-view, definitely not.
That's me. I
Half
do
the time,
to every show.
Dude, half the time, I don't want to fucking do a fucking watch along to Saudi Arabia shows, just because a lot of them are mid and they don't really do much for the story. It's more of like an extravaganza just to see some fantasy matches. But other than that, I'm not really like, I'm never mad if I miss a Saudi show.
I want to add something too.
What's up?
One thing as well that I do got to say, when it comes, another reason why I do reactions over watch-alongs, I fucking can't stand commercial breaks.
Oh, yeah, no. No.
And with my time, my busy schedule, I don't have the time to sit there through a 90-second commercial.
90 seconds is too fucking much, man. It's pushing it.
Yep. Time is money.
It really is, man. It really, really is, especially like if you're trying to get the view count up for your monetization and stuff. So it's like you want to be able to get that out as fast as you can. But yeah, man, the live watch-alongs are something very special. I do want to start doing a little bit more for We Are Wrestling. Like, I'm trying to figure out a good segment that I can capitalize on like a certain day of every week. Danny does shit, you do shit, and I'm just here for the talk show and the watch-alongs. And I'm just like, what do I do that can add to the product?
Right now, Chaz is also working on something as well for himself.
That's what I'm saying.
With, like, old school related.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to think of something fun and interesting.
I gotta say, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, when I do hot takes on Sundays, it's one of my favorite things to do on the We Are Wrestling channel, because you guys can probably tell if you're, We Are Wrestling Maniac, and you both can definitely tell I love talking. And with, hot takes,
absolutely.
I can just rant and have
Donnie
nobody interrupt
loves
me.
talking,
I just
not
get
him.
to express how I feel.
Donnie talking, not him.
Dude's like Kevin Smith, man. He never shuts up.
Physically, I might have a small mouth, but I have a big mouth.
He could talk for fucking days, breath for days, but no, but I don't want to get too in depth, and I don't want to start like revealing ideas on a talk show. But I am thinking of doing something like a weekly thing for We Are Wrestling. But I'm thinking about it. So be on the lookout for that, whatever that is, coming soon. Announcement coming soon.
All right, so we just got, we just covered the watch-alongs that we do. I say let's get into the wrestling shows we went to, because there's a lot of them that we went to this past
Fuck
year.
yeah, I could talk about this shit for days.
And
I think you guys should cover Survivor Series because that was one of the latest ones you did. And Donnie,
Let's
you
save
got
that
to meet
for
the Undertaker.
let's save that for the main event because I feel like that's like big.
Main event?
That's some big shit. That's WWE
that was like
shit.
the last show I think that
We
we
did.
we all basically
Yeah,
went to.
let's save that for last.
The first show that me and Donnie went to was Blitzkrieg, I believe. Ben, you've never been to a Blitzkrieg show.
I have not yet, but that's going to be changing soon. I have not been to a Blitzkrieg show, which is kind of funny because it's like the most local show, but I have not been to one yet. Timing just doesn't work out, or there's financially there's something fucking wrong. But I have thoroughly enjoyed every show that we've gone to. Like I've gotten heavy into fucking Northeast Wrestling. Like that is one of my favorite indie promotions, just because they pull in some really good names. They put on some stellar fucking matches, and usually wherever they go, the setup is fucking nice. Whether if it's big or small, the setup is usually beautiful. Nothing's like rackety. Nothing looks shitty. Everything feels super authentic. Everybody in the crowd is electrified. It's definitely one of the bigger indie crowds I've seen. Like it genuinely puts asses in seats, and you see some really good fantasy matches there too.
And that's the thing, with Northeast Wrestling, the reason why it's one of the most bigger established independent promotions out there is because it started back in 1996, and they would do shows in Poughkeepsie, New York, and through the years, the promoter over there, who I'm close friends with, Michael, he's done an incredible job, creating these relationships with a lot of these legends and doing a fantastic job, booking these shows and really utilizing the stars that he's bringing to his promotion. Give you guys dream matches that you can get on pay-per-views. I went to a show, it was in November of 2018. I got to meet the cleaner Kenny Omega. In the United States. Kenny Omega, this was his third time in the United States in 2018. And he had a main event match against Ray Phoenix. And they put on a classic for 60 minutes.
Yeah, because he was in New Japan at that time, right?
He was the IWGP World Champion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. That's another thing about Northeast Wrestling that I really like, too, is that everybody there are super fucking nice. Like, the entire staff, the refs. Speaking of refs, I do kind of, I don't know if you guys are down in real-time discussion planning. I could potentially get that referee that we were chilling with and I took a selfie with on the We Are Wrestling podcast. And we talk about some of his favorite Vinny Lax. We could genuinely get him on the podcast and see, we can ask him some of his favorite matches that he's called, some of the people that he's met, fun stories on the road. I would love to get him on here if you guys are open to it.
Hey, I'm open to anything, man. I'm an open book.
So I'm fucking down for it. Yeah, I'll shoot him out a message tonight for sure. And we could definitely get him on for a little interview for the talk show.
He just posted something on Facebook. He was happy he got his first payout from Twitch.
Fuck yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I definitely want to get him on. So you guys down for that?
I'm down,
absolutely,
bro.
Man.
Absolutely. He was the one that called the Karrion Kross match, I believe, and he also called, I think, the Malachi Black match that we're at too. I'm down.
That's another thing, that's another thing I would love to do on this channel is, bring in more interviews, bring in more guests, whatever, bring in some pro wrestlers and stuff like that,
We definitely
got 100%. I'm fucking down. 100% fucking down.
Action.
What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs. I'm better than Ben. I'm better than Danny. The usual. The thousands of subscribers. Dude, it's recording, bro. Oh, it's recording. Okay. 3, 2, 1. What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, the best one, Donnie, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling Talk Show. Fuck the Lone Ranger and fuck Danny Huckins, because you're here to listen to the best one, Donnie, on the We Are Wrestling Talk Show. The host with the most, baby. Woo!
definitely 100% be down to do more interviews, and I could definitely help like pave the way and lead that for sure.
2023 is the year for grind, bro.
Yeah,
Right. The year
I always
of the
thought-
grind, baby.
I
I
always
want us to-
thought. No, continue. I'm sorry.
I want us to be taken serious in the pro wrestling business.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
I don't want to.
Bro, why would we be doing this if we didn't want that? Like, I would love that. Like, this isn't just for fun. Like, it is very fun, 100%. I have a great fucking time doing it. But that's not the goal. The goal is professionalism, and I definitely want to get there.
What was the goal that you always said, Ben,
What do you
for
mean?
us?
For us?
WrestleMania?
Oh, yeah. I want to be at the fucking pre-show at WrestleMania. One day. One day. It could be fucking 20 years from now. It could be 10 years from now. It could be fucking 30 years from now. I want to be there. I want to be on one of those seats calling the pre-show and talking about my fucking excitement for it. Is that physically possible at the moment? No, but I'm not going to put it off the table. I'm not. Just because what are we here for? You know, like, what is the point of talking about the business as passionately as we do if that's not the goal? You shouldn't fucking be on here if it's not, you know, like it's 100% something we're passionate about. We have our own passionate views, and I feel like that would help sufficiently on a show such as big as that is, you know, like that is the ultimate goal, is to be recognized by sports entertainment, you know.
And that's why
And I don't care about the
I
money.
feel like we have such an amazing We Are Wrestling Maniacs, because they see the love that we have for professional wrestling.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why we have that loyal fan base.
And we're not dicks about it. Like, we're not, I mean, we've had our dickish moments for sure, but like, we're not dicks
Bray
about it.
Wyatt.
Listen, that was a reaction that wasn't like, you know, me fucking, that was for me. That wasn't for the fucking audience, all right? That was for me. That was a personal disdain moment. Fuck you.
Another thing I want to
run.
another thing I want to say is the fact that we're friends, but we have different views when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
We don't all agree on the same exact.
Oh, we've
fucking
jumped down each other's fucking throats privately about it,
But
bro. Like,
that's
it's nuts.
what makes the We Are Wrestling talk show so entertaining.
That's what gives
If
it an
we
interesting
all
conversation.
agreed on everything in professional wrestling, this show would fucking suck.
It'd be boring as fuck. Our talk shows would be like 5 minutes. Like, there's no point in doing anything. Like, we just call what our predictions are and then fucking bounce. Like, that's not fun. You have to have a healthy debate every so often when you're on a talk show. It sparks heat. It sparks good conversation. Maybe the theories become manifestations of reality. Like, it is a good thing to disagree. It is an amazing thing to disagree. It's just how you fucking handle it and how you're able to broaden your mind. You have to be open-minded about it. You know, it's just, it's not all, you know, fucking great. Like, again, we've jumped down each other's fucking throats over this shit. 100%. All of us are guilty of it.
Within 5 minutes, we're, you know, back to,
Yeah, we're straight. We're good to normal. And we're ready to talk about it, you know? And it's just, yeah, and that also lies on the chemistry all of us have and how long all of us have been friends. And it also helps that we've been friends in real life for over 10 years. So it's, you know, I feel like that has also like helped mold all of this.
Bro, this December, me and you would have known each other 10 years, man. We met in December of 2013.
Yeah, buddy.
And at the end of the day, too, we're all professional. And that's why we're able to have these disagreements and why we're able to, you know, really dive into pro wrestling. Because at the end of the day, we all respect each other's opinions.
Yeah.
And, you know, we love this business. And that's the thing that we all have in common.
And also, I think helps the fact that we all have been grinding on YouTube for some time, and we all have some very outgoing personalities. Because if any of us had stage fright, this would not work.
Nope.
This would not fucking work at all, man. And that's another thing, you know, going forward in the future of We Are Wrestling, I'm going to try my hardest. I can't promise that I'm going to be perfect, but I'm going to try to watch my language. I'm going to try to watch my language as best as I can, but just know I'm not going to be perfect.
And you know what helps with like stage fright and talking and stuff like that? Doing live episodes, because
Swearing.
You're in like a live setting in front of a live audience. You know what I mean? So it just gives you, I don't even know the word for it, but
it gives you
just,
courage.
Like, it gives you courage to, you know exactly what you're saying, you know, and you're not stumbling over your words and stuff like that. I feel like that's why I'm so good at speaking now, is because I've been streaming for like a year straight. You know what I
That
mean?
and you're basically not only normalized to it, so it's just like basically you're talking to people and you really believe that you are, because you are, but like you believe that you're talking to them in person. But I
Yeah.
also think it really comes down to being passionate about what you're talking about, because you can talk forever about it. And when you can, you're not going to trip up because you know what you're talking about. You know what you're saying. You know how you feel about it. You know the kind of effect and what you're trying to grasp from the audience and what you're trying to connect with them to. So I think that's also helped a lot as well.
Well, when people watch your videos, they can tell if you're, straight
Authentic.
capping.
Yeah, if you're authentic or not, dude, I will never put out a fake reaction. Ever.
Never. That's why there's times where I do miss reactions because I watch it and I will
Exactly.
not put out a fake reaction for anybody.
And that's something I want to talk about real quick. It's not wrestling related, but it's YouTube related, and I think you guys might be able to relate. I've been seeing a lot of things going around about how, and it's usually mostly in like the music reaction scene, and sometimes trailer, because people can be extra as fuck. But I've been seeing a lot of like beef in the reaction field. Like I've been seeing a lot of like people saying, "Oh, X amount of fucking percent of reaction channels are all fake. They're garbage." And I'm just like, if you watch mine, yeah, I'm extra as fuck, but just know I'm literally that lit all the time. Like when the camera's not rolling, I'm that fucking lit. If I hear a song that I love, best believe I'm banging to that shit immediately, and I'm fucking being extra as fuck about it because I feel that. That's what I'm saying. I will never film a fake reaction or any kind of fake video because it lacks authenticity. If there's no authenticity there, why upload it?
Yep. I could probably answer this and give a good explanation to it, because before the pro wrestling stuff, I was a music reactor. That's pretty much, that's really where I started to grow some of my platforms, is doing music reactions. Ben, you've done reactions with me in the past, way before you even had a channel.
Yep.
You can usually tell, like in the first 10 seconds of a video, if somebody's like fake reacting or if they've genuinely have never seen the video before.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just
I
like
agree.
facial expressions,
they say
speak
everything.
volumes. You know what I mean? And if somebody's like, if a song is starting out and somebody's just there, maybe going like this, like you can tell it's somewhat fake. But if they're going like, ooh, like
you get in the
you have
stank
that
face, like something stank a little bit.
Then going, ooh.
Or just like where I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, or just like
yeah,
like those are real.
Legitimately, there's no way you can fake that.
And that's another thing. When
Unless
people
you
are
got a
like
good poker face.
when like people are like bobbing their heads, there's one of two things. It can still be authenticity. It can still be authentic if they're bobbing their head and they're concentrated, like if they're just engulfed in it. I can get that. But I will also never put out a fake feeling of a song. Like if I react to it and I'm like whatever, and I say like, it was a good song, I will never overplay that. Like I won't go out and say, "Oh, this was fucking great." Like if I will tell you straight up how I feel about the song. I did with fucking MGK and fucking Willow Smith, and I got my shit fucking pushed in for it. So, like, not everybody's gonna agree, but to say that 99% of reaction channels are garbage is fucking like infantile. No. So I just want to put that out there.
There are definitely reaction channels that fake their reactions, but you can sort of tell within the first 10 seconds of a video.
Yeah.
So getting back into the independent, wrestling shows that we went to, what was one of your favorite matches that you got to witness?
I would have to say Malachi Black and Jay Lethal.
That was a fantastic match. That was actually one of the ones on my list. I really dug the Karrion Kross match. I think I might be a little biased about it because it was my first time seeing him live, so I really got to like feel the electricity and like his energy in the ring, which was a really great experience for me. I was also a very big fan of Enzo and Cass versus the Hardys. That was a phenomenal fucking main event.
That was fun.
Phenomenal, bro.
So mine, I gotta go with. I don't think you guys were with me for this show.
Don, you've been to thousands at this point, so fuck you.
Yeah.
How about this? How about you pick a match that we've to a show that we've been to all.
And then afterwards,
I will. I'm gonna add that.
Exactly.
But one match in particular that I really do got to talk about that I really enjoyed was a Blitzkrieg Pro show back in March of last year. Alec Price versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Just the maneuvers that these two had like they just kept doing things that I've never seen before. And like even the wrestlers that were sitting at their autograph tables were even jumping off their seats. And like the energy in that, like, you know, the Pierogi Hall was absolutely
Hall.
nuts.
Alec Price versus Ethan Page, bro. Remember
That
when you
was a good
pissed
one.
when you pissed Ethan Page off? You kept mentioning fucking Sammy Guevara, and he's like, "Sammy Guevara's irrelevant."
Sammy Guevara!
Who said Sammy Guevara? You like very bad wrestling, kid.
Sammy Guevara is irrelevant. I mean, he kind of is now. Like, what is Sammy Guevara doing?
They actually made up on Ethan Page's vlog and Sammy Guevara's vlog, which is funny.
Yeah, Donnie pissed Ethan Page off. That was funny.
That was funny. So a match that the show that I went to that was with you guys.
Yep.
Damn, let's see. So it had to be a Northeast Wrestling
Northeast show. I mean, I went.
He's gone to Blitzkrieg, so you can also mention that even if I wasn't there. Yeah, even if I wasn't there, you can mention it because it was still a part of the We Are Wrestling history.
I gotta go with Evil Uno versus Lince Dorado. At
Bro,
the first show we went to.
That match
was a banger.
fire.
That was a
match
banger.
Congrats to Evil Uno, man. He's facing John Moxley next week on Dynamite.
Don't even get me started on freaking Dark Order.
Dark
After watching
Order.
him on Dynamite last night. Dude, I lost my shit during that. I love Evil Uno, but I just hate like how Dark Order is just like an extra at this point. I see independent guys on Dark more than I see the Dark Order.
Yeah, they lost all their momentum, I feel like, once Brody Lee passed away.
Yeah. But getting now into one of my favorite trips, Albany, New York, meeting the Icon Sting.
That was fucking phenomenal, dude. I had such a fucking great day that day. Like I can't even begin to describe how good that fucking day was. Like the drive was excellent. Everything was fucking hilarious that day. We had the new We Are Wrestling shirts that Don is not wearing right now. We had the new ECW fucking inspired We Are Wrestling shirts, and that was the first time we were flexing them because you brought them that day so we could wear them in the pictures. We had a very interesting line where we had a Hulk Hogan and a Macho Man right behind or in front of us. Then realized that we were standing in the wrong line for X amount of fucking time. And then we realized we could go inside. Seeing a wrestler arrive at a meet and greet is one of the most interesting experiences ever because it's just like 90% of the time they're dressed up. Like they're already in their shit, and Sting was. So I'm just like, huh. It is so odd seeing Sting walk down a fucking restroom hallway in a mall. Huh.
I gotta say, one of my favorite things about that day, like besides meeting Sting,
The pizza song.
There was one part in my vlog where Ben and I were sitting on these like massage chairs, and Danny's just taking a dump at Macy's. And then I crack a joke when Danny comes back, and I told Danny that we're on these because our backs hurt from carrying the We Are Wrestling channel. Because I think around that time, Danny, you were busy like for a couple weeks, so Ben and I did a couple episodes.
Yeah. It was during summer, you know, the wife wanted to go out with the kids and stuff like that. So, you know, I got to do, my
family first.
That was a fun day in general, though, man. The show that we all went when it was you, me, Dan.
That was also the first day that we got our YouTube
that was
check.
Spring Slam.
That was so fucking fun. That was what was probably the highlight day of like the Northeast shows that we went to. Like, although the first one I went to was fire because we had fucking Gabby that day, but the one with John was like memorable as fuck. Like I'll never forget.
Except for that arena, man. That arena was way too hot.
But I was down with it.
Ben, that's the day that you met Karrion Kross and Malachi Black.
Yes, and that was actually the day I met Vinny Lax, who I'm actually messaging right now for the We Are Wrestling channel. Excuse my dead pixels on my phone that showed like the big black dots, but that's why I've been looking down is because I'm getting an interview settled for the channel, which you guys can check out very soon if he's down for it. So, sorry to interrupt you guys this convo. I'm doing work here, bitch.
going to meet Sting was phenomenal. You know, that was the first day we got our YouTube check as well, and you said we could pick out anything we wanted to eat, and we got the
Yep, we went to the food court at the mall after we met Sting. That's
Went
where
to the
we
food
ate
court?
with our
Hmm.
first, We Are Wrestling YouTube check.
Not g- that.
So
that,
I
pasta,
That was so fucking fun. Panda
that
Express,
pasta-
boy.
That pasta was good, bro.
Sbarro's Pizza.
Yeah, I had Panda Express. That guy had fucking what'd you say you had, Dan?
It was like baked ziti or pasta or something.
And then
like
this
that.
guy went to Sabaro's. Yeah, he had a fucking like a big ass slice of pizza. I'm like, this is kind of fucking lit. We got different shit. We got fucking 2 Italians
cool.
and then an Asian.
And then
An Asian
and
guy.
then
The Asian
and then I
sensation.
remember being in the food court and Donnie was like, "You want a drink with that?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to waste too much money."
This dude fucking literally he let himself be parched in order to save $2. He's like, $2 goes a long fucking way. And you're right. It does.
man.
It adds up. But get yourself a fucking soda, man. You can't eat
Treat
I
greasy
don't
yourself,
food
like-
and
man.
not
We've all
eat, not
busted our
wash it down.
asses.
Hell
I don't
fucking
like
yeah.
I don't like spending money like when you don't need to.
Dan's food court nightmares on We Are Wrestling Edition.
Yeah.
Every superstar there was so many great superstars back then, and they focused on the show. What happened in the ring took care of itself.
I have enjoyed tag team wrestling more now than I ever have in my entire life. And I think a lot of it has to do with AEW, tag team matches, especially the pay-per-views.
Those crowds back then, wrestling fans were wrestling fans.
With old school wrestling, the only thing I criticize is the pace of matches. I think when it comes to old school, it's, for me, a little too slow. Characters, on the other hand, they're on a whole nother level.
You can see your hands a little too close.
Honestly, I would rather take the belt that I'm wearing on my pants. I'd rather be representing that than the fucking the new WWE Championship, okay? New episodes of Old School versus New School air every Monday only on We Are Wrestling. All right,
Why are you being
Ben.
so fucking mean?
Now I think we can get into Survivor Series in Boston.
Bet. Let's do it. How do you want to start that one off?
Well, I gotta say this. I know Cam is probably watching this.
Hey, Cam.
You will not be coming on another trip with Ben and I ever again. All that
If-
jaywalking,
Poor
If I knew-
bastard.
playing Crossy Road in real life.
Oh,
How
you're
was
going to
that
be
ex-
really disappointed to figure out what one of my favorite things about going to Boston was.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Okay, well, if your biggest thing was your highlight was meeting The Undertaker, my highlight was being absolutely fucking lied to and going into a hole in the wall fucking Target that was basically a CVS.
That
what?
was annoying.
That
You
was
didn't
the
want
highlight because I was
Hot
just so.
Candy?
We were looking up a Target so we could go like shopping, like get an HDMI cord, fucking, and just like do some browsing and shit because we all genuinely like had some money to spend, and we walked like a mile down the road. And we were like, it wasn't a bad walk by any means. It was just a little windy, a little cold still. And we get there, we're like, oh, there's fucking Target, badass. So it's probably like this whole little building.
2 or
Dog.
3 floors.
We walked in that entrance. It was like a fucking 8x10 store. Like, we're like, what the fuck is this? Like, it was like an 8x10 Target just like lodged in like an apartment complex. I'm like, is this like a Target to go or something? It's like a Target fucking light. Like, dude, I barely found a fucking HDMI cord. I barely found one. Like, Don found it last second as I walked by because I scoped the aisle 3 times because there was just fucking nothing. There was nothing. And I'm just like, this is not a fucking Target. This is a CVS with a fucking Target sticker on the front of it.
Dude, like it's funny. It's all on the vlog. I think part 1 of the Survivor Series.
Yeah, Don luckily
hilarious.
filmed the whole thing.
I watched the vlogs, but I didn't see that part.
If you see us in a store that is not a grocery store looking store, it is that Target, and we were lied to. Like, it even had carpet on the floor. That's how you knew it used to be a CVS or some shit.
I gotta say though, Cam was, yes, the jaywalking was annoying, but he also was an MVP because he really helped me get around Boston when me and him would go on the train. I had no idea where the fuck I was going, and Cam actually directed me.
To top it all off, this fucking dude, every single chance. It's like, yeah, we knew we had to cross a street soon. We all collectively did not decide when we were going to do it. We'd be like, yeah, we got to cross the street soon. And Cam would be like, bet, and immediately bolt across the street with oncoming cars. I'm like,
It's funny because I had some of it on the vlog too, if you notice. Like,
yeah, and I think there may have been a part that may have been filmed or cut where me and John were just like fucking like, oh my god, like this fucking kid is just like out to die today for no reason. He woke up and chose violence. Like he woke up and just chose violence every day. I'm like, whoa.
But I gotta say,
Whoa.
like in Boston, I also really enjoyed exploring it with you guys. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I really did enjoy doing that. Like in the
Yeah,
morning
man.
time when we took that stroll, around, downtown Boston.
Yeah, we
I had
saw
a
the
lot of fun
same.
doing that.
Yeah, we saw the stage where Beethoven and shit played. We saw a couple statues. We went to that really sick ass park where we fucking almost threw Cam out of the thing because we were spinning it so fast on him.
Oh, that was
And then we walked
great.
away.
When he gave me the green light to do that, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going easy on him.
Hell fucking
You know what
no,
I just
dude.
thought of?
What up?
If I did go and I had to stay in the hotel room during the show, I could have just fucking borrowed your laptop or Donnie's laptop or whatever and just fucking streamed from there from the hotel room and did a watch along myself.
I didn't have my
Wi-Fi
laptop
was
with
kind of
me.
dookie.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi was kind of dookie. Like I couldn't even fucking like I should have brought my screen. I forgot to. I had meant to, but I forgot it upstairs. Because me and John couldn't even play Fortnite at the same time, and it wouldn't even hook up to the Wi-Fi, so we had to play off a fucking hotspot, which was even more whack as fuck. But regardless of the fact, like me and John got absolutely. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about Survivor Series. While this guy and Cam was off finding his soulmate at the Nike store, me and John fucking stayed at the hotel and just got fucking demolished. Like we went outside, we smoked a blunt, we came back inside, and we just pounded down. I think I bought Crown Royale that weekend, or no, I brought my Jim Beam with me. I brought vanilla Jim Beam with me. And me and this guy in fucking the time they were gone, they were only gone for like 2 hours. And mind you, Don hadn't even left to go see The Undertaker yet. Like so it was like maybe like 5-ish by the time he got back. Him and Cam come into the room and we are fucking drunk, bro. Like we are so fucking annihilated. Like we cleared the whole bottle. Me and John alone cleared the whole bottle in that like 2 hour time frame he was gone. So that's a fast fucking time to get drunk. One, it wasn't even 5 o'clock when we got drunk. And we drank the whole fucking bottle. So it's like two of us were shit-faced. And then we went back out for another blunt and then came back in to play Fortnite and shit. By the time Don and fucking Cam got back, I was basically almost blackout. By the time Don left, I was blackout because I remember nothing of the rest of the night. I just remember waking up in the bed just being like, damn. Damn, man. Ironically enough, John was not feeling good that rest of the whole day. But it wasn't like from being like hungover or anything. It was more like he was coming down with something because like dude was like hawking up loogs, blowing his fucking nose constantly. I think it was just from like being out and exposed to the cold for as long as we were yesterday, and he was wearing nothing but like a hoodie and sweatpants, and it was pretty brick at some point. So
yeah, because me and Cam, we weren't really out in the cold as much as you guys were.
Yeah, fuck you. I got to go home that Sunday and test positive with COVID. So
yep, that's freaking sucks.
which I find fucking bizarre because
a couple
John
weeks later, I
didn't
tested
have any.
positive. No! How is Nickelodeon Guts number 5? Wow! So, Danny, when it comes to the talk show, what's one of your favorite things that stand out?
Other than your technical difficulties.
Yeah, only my technical difficulties. I wasn't aware we were having like a rainstorm where we live, so I think the rain was interfering with my connection. I have to say like just like the friendship, that the three of us have with each other, because like we've always been acquaintances. We've always like we hung out on occasion or whatever, but it wasn't until we started doing this that we legitimately like became brothers and became like really, really, really good friends or whatever. I don't think we realized how much we have in common with each other. Like, I mean, even like you and Ben, like, you guys went to Boston together. Ben went to your house for New Year's. Like, just the friendship that we built over time doing this. That's one of my favorite things.
And it's like we can simultaneously like hang out separately, and there's like no butthurt ass feelings about it. Like, because there's some people that like don't want you to like hang out with somebody else if you're not involved, but like we don't have that issue. It's like I fucking went to New Year's with Don. You've hung out with Don one-on-one to do either We Are Wrestling stuff or just a fucking vibe. Like there's We're fucking
Yeah.
adults and we're not whiny bitch ass babies about it. So
Yeah,
that's always a
right.
good thing.
That's the best thing, man. There's no drama involved with it. But when it comes to, the
Excellent.
talk show, one of my favorite things that really stand out has got to be all the way back to the We Are Wrestling talk show, episode 15, Randy Orton.
Oh,
When
yeah.
Danny gave his horrible take on like Edge and Randy Orton feuding,
Oh,
and then I shut his shit off, and Ben actually believed that the WWE moderators took Danny off of the stream.
Did I really?
Yeah,
That was a thing?
no, bro, you really did.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
And
You
that's
must
the
have
thing.
been baked.
And it was me the whole time. I was
Probably.
the one that took Danny off of the thing.
I was probably baked and I was very new to the process.
You want to know
Wow.
another? You want to know
One of my
another favorite
moments of
thing
all
is?
time on the
You want to
talk
know
show.
another favorite thing is?
What's that?
Is when Donnie came on TSPR and we had that little little episode on how we met and stuff like that and like our projects and
Yeah.
that was
That was
pretty
a
cool.
lot of fun.
That was non-wrestling related too, man. We just pretty much vibed and just shot the shit with each other. It was awesome.
And that's
Yeah,
crazy
man.
because sometimes on StreamYard, we literally just do that. We just shoot the
Yeah,
shit
before-
sometimes. We don't even
Bro, there
record
was
all the
one
time.
night. There was one night we had just finished recording.
We were on
And
it for like
Ben-
another hour and a half.
Ben was like, "What are you doing right now?" I was like, "Not much, man. Just gonna hang out, watch TV." He's like, "You want to just sit here and just fucking listen to music and just vibe the fuck out for a while?" We literally sat
We were
here
there for like 2
almost
hours.
2 hours just watching music videos and shit.
Yeah, and that's going down memory lane and shit. It's shit like that. That is definitely one of the cool things about this channel is like, the before fucking where we just go off and just talk about random shit before we even hit record. Usually we're in StreamYard for like almost a half hour just shooting the shit.
Yeah,
so.
'cause people don't see that. They see the talk show, the podcast, and then that's it. Like we sit and vibe and chill out for like at least a half hour before we start recording anything.
We have this like unspoken, I guess it's like a ritual now. Like we have like this unspoken ritual where we just kind of shoot the shit and just get the juices flowing and get the vibe flowing and see what the vibe's like, and then we'll fucking hit play.
Yeah,
so
'cause
it's
you
like,
can't just jump right into it cold,
No.
man.
no, you
And
can't.
something crazy too is like after we get done recording, Ben always has something going on. And then Danny and I, we shoot the shit for like a straight half hour before, we get off of here, which is crazy. So,
Yeah, man.
with that being said, is there anything else you guys want to talk about here on this episode before we make this big announcement?
I will say that my closing remarks is that I'm definitely grateful to be doing this, especially with you guys, especially because of the chemistry that we do have, the friendship that we have outside of this, how long we've known each other. I'm very, very stoked about where 2023 is going to go for this channel, 100%. I'm stoked for the shit that the audience is going to be seeing here in the future and in a second. Not going to say what that is or spoil it. But I'm very stoked for just the growth and like how exciting it's going to be to see where we are at the end of the year versus where we are at the beginning of this year, and then also versus where we are when we started. So it's really cool to see like, what connections we can make in the time, what we can get accomplished, what we can create. And, it's kind of cool to be on the outside looking in every year and to see the progress that we made and, what we got coming up next. So I think with that being said, I'm just thankful. So
1 year
and I've enjoyed
strong,
it.
man. We're 1 year strong.
You guys have seen the first season of We Are Wrestling.
Bro, it doesn't even feel like a year, man. Like this is just so fun. Like it's something that we all can like
Yeah.
after a stressful week, like Donnie at work and Ben stuff you have going on, stuff I have going on. Like it's fun having this to look forward to every week. Coming on
Get
here
to
and
regroup with your boys.
it's fun, man. And like I'm really grateful for platforms like this because we are able to do it remotely. We don't have to be in the same area. You know what I mean? So it makes
Saves
it
money.
it saves money. It makes it easier for us. Donnie, you have a full-time job. You have a wife. Ben, me and you have kids. Like we can't always get together. You know what I mean? So having platforms like
It's
this, I'm very
easy
grateful.
to close a door and sit in a chair and press record than it is to, make plans for a babysitter, go to somebody's house for however long it may take, and then,
Yep.
have the regrets of not being able to shoot the shit after. I am grateful for platforms like this too.
It's funny that you mentioned that because all my years creating content, I've never sat at my desk chair with a camera or a webcam and have done this. I've always done it with a camcorder with, one of those microphones that you put on the camera. That's how I always created my content. Even when I did Brooklyn Net videos, that's how I did it. I never did it just sitting at a desk chair like this remotely. Man. So it's crazy to me that I've been doing this now for a year. And I've been on YouTube for over 14 years. And I just started doing this. Crazy.
Fuck, now that you say that, I've been on YouTube since 2008. So yeah, I've been on YouTube for a while. I started in front of a camera. So I
started my first channel in October of 2010. So
we've roughly been it for a while.
We've all been doing this. Like, it seems like we're relatively new or whatever, but we've been at this for years, bro. And it just shows
bro. December 12th, 2023. I've been on YouTube for 15 years. That is
August
nuts
8th,
to me.
2009. I'll be on year 14.
That's fucking nuts, man.
I started
15 years, bro.
I started doing movie related content, because I was going to movies a lot back then and doing movie reviews and stuff like that. And then 2017, I transitioned to doing reaction videos, and I pretty much, been on this roller coaster. Seems like, trying to find what I'm good at. I think I finally found it.
Yeah, man, you found your groove.
I have too.
I think that's something I want to also bring up too, is that doing this, we really found a lot of great points in ourselves professionally for our channels to bring to our personal channels. Like, we're really discovering things about each other and ourselves in this process that we can bring and migrate to the product that we're creating outside of this. And I feel like this is the best platform for a learning experience, but also growth.
Exactly. You couldn't have said it any better. And here's how I'm going to end this off before we make this big announcement. I've never envisioned We Are Wrestling to get to where it's at right now. Yeah. This started off as a side project for Chaz and myself, because in case you guys didn't know, during season 2 of DITB1, one of my passion projects on Best One Network, Chaz and I, we had plenty of time, a lot of free time on our hands, and one thing Chaz and I both loved was professional wrestling. And believe it or not, it was his idea to create a wrestling channel, We Are Wrestling, which at first we started doing some videos on the Best One Network channel where, we would talk about wrestling news and stuff. And then later it transitioned into its own YouTube channel. And then, Chaz, he left. And then I had another person. Then he left, and now, it's the big three, and now we even have Old School Chaz. Me and him are doing our own podcast, Old School versus New School, every Monday.
I dig that he has his own nickname too, Old School Chaz. Like, I actually dig that that's like become like a legitimate thing. Like that, even that's fucking cool. Like, I've heard the Asian sensation my entire fucking life, but I genuinely associate it with this channel now. I genuinely associate it with this channel now.
It's funny because Chaz will go on like the intros to Old School, New School, and he'll always be like,
"On the Armenian Nightmare."
The
no,
beast
you're
from
Old
the
School
Middle
Chaz.
East, Chaz, and I'm just like Old School.
And then
Chaz.
he goes, "Woo!"
Yeah, well, like, woo! Why the woo, Chaz? Come on, no beast says that. Only bitches say woo. Because look at Charlotte Flair. No, I'm not calling you a bitch, Chaz. I promise. But no, like the woo after the beast of the Middle East, man. You gotta get some kind of growl, bro.
But here's the thing that I love is that this We Are Wrestling channel, we are constantly growing, time after time. And I love that, we get to do this, and, me and Chaz get to do Old School, New School. And sometimes we have all four of us on the podcast, which honestly,
exciting.
I've enjoyed a lot.
It's really, really exciting. 100%, man. Like it's been a very rewarding experience because it really shows what we're capable of as content creators, and I also got to say one of my favorite moments of this entire journey was our collective reaction at the Royal Rumble to Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns. That was,
bro.
A lot of people say that shit was staged, but bro, I was blackout fucking drunk at that point, and I was fucking putting everything on the table. I was really feeling, so that was the most honest shit you could have ever seen.
That clip has 17,000 views on Instagram.
Does it really? Oh, there it is. It's at 13.7K, bro.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
that's still really good.
Hey, 13.7K is fucking amazing, and it's got sent places. It looks like the Mark 7. Yeah, glad y'all liked it. The reaction's still been very mixed. Do you guys still believe this B-grade amateur acting is real? Noise released since the 80s. It's not a big secret as you think it is. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, we're
Dude,
fans
wrestling
at the end
fans
of
are
the day.
absolutely fucking atrocious, bro. Like, y'all will always not be happy about some shit. Like, there's always somebody that just has to kill the fucking vibe. But it's even funnier because I'm just like, bro, if you knew the context behind that video and why it's so special and why those reactions are priceless to us, just watch the whole fucking watch along and you'll understand why. It was just so fucking good from start to finish. Like, just the energy we had in the room, yet alone on the screen, just matched everything.
And I gotta say, like, just doing the Rumble stream with everybody,
That was
with
so
you
fun.
know, with Chaz and doing
Yup.
it with you guys, so much fun. We even had, you know, Cam and John and Gabby come over to watch the show. And honestly, I can't wait to do more big pay-per-views like that because that was
Yep.
such a great time. And I think a lot of the We Are Wrestling Maniacs really enjoyed that stream because it was massive. We
Fucking
really
was.
advertised that stream, and we are almost at 1,000 views on it, which is
Bro,
absolutely
if people
nuts.
think the Royal Rumble stream was gnarly, man, wait until the WrestleMania one, bro. Holy shit.
It's gonna be huge.
Bro, it's funny as fuck because one of the comments on the one from the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel on that reaction of us freaking out at the fucking bloodline turn was this was a great reaction, especially the guy hitting the guy's stomach when I fucking freaked out and I started smacking your shit repeatedly. He was talking about that moment where like we all fucking freaked out. I just put my arm around Dan and started smacking the shit out of his gut while also screaming. I don't even remember doing that. That's why I know I was fucking plastered that night.
We've had so many great moments, bro. Like so many fond memories that we can just look back on 20 years from now and just remember this, you know?
We'll be doing this. So.
Good thing about podcasts, as long as you can fucking speak, you have a podcast.
Seriously, you don't even have to speak. You could be Stephen Hawking with a fucking keyboard and the voice and you could still do this podcast. Like, seriously, like you could have fucking sign language as long as there's a translator, like you're good. You could really do this no matter who you are, blind, fucking deaf. You know, like you could do it. Like it does not matter as long as you have a passion and you are passionate about something and you can talk about it and you're not afraid to talk about it. All you need is a microphone, a camera, a laptop, and an imagination. That's it. And you'll make a million fucking friends, a million fucking memories, and you're going to be grateful and proud of all of them. So this is a great platform for you, especially if you need an escape. 100.
So, is there anything else before we make
Bro,
I think
this
that's it, man.
announcement?
I think we covered everything. Appreciate you guys sticking around for
Thank
one
you
full
all.
year.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. The best part about this channel, fucking screw you if you think I'm marking the fuck out or if I'm being a simp, fuck you guys, is the We Are Wrestling Maniacs. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this because there'd be nobody to do it for. And we thank you guys for being as awesome as you guys are. Always interacting with us on any post, any kind of watch along we're doing, even just the lives that we do when we're just shooting the shit. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, like, you know, we never have any like toxic people in our streams or
No,
like, you know,
we only had
everybody's
one.
like
I mean, Alex
everybody's
Johnson
you
can't
know,
stop talking about Liv Morgan's ass, but like that's not
Right,
really
man.
toxic.
But,
He's
like,
just saying
you
what
know,
we're all thinking.
We have, you know, our
Pretty much,
our,
just instead of keeping it in our heads, he's actually expressing it.
our audience and our fan base is, you know, relatively like, you know, they're passionate just like us, but you know, they're
Hell yeah.
understanding and stuff like that. You know, it's not like we have people coming in here and fighting all the time and you know, arguing and
We're very lucky we don't have trolls that we
Not
know
yet,
of.
at least.
Yeah, like
They will
we're
come.
very lucky.
It's gonna come, bro. It's gonna the bigger we
With
get, it's
every
gonna come.
channel, there is always a troll. So yeah, no, I'm
But
glad that we're not there yet.
When we have trolls, that means we're doing something fucking right, man.
That's right.
Because they
Couldn't have said it any
because they're
better.
motherfucking peanut butter and jealous. Anyways, continue.
Through the years on the We Are Wrestling channel, we have evolved and we have a special announcement that we're going to make. And we're going to let this video play, and we hope you guys enjoy. What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host, the best one, Donnie here, with a whole different set behind me here. And we got not only Danny, but we also got a special guest here on the episode this week. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
What's going on, man? My name is Danny. That's Ben. We are 2 Sticks of Pure Rage, man.
Yeah, We Are Wrestling featuring 2 Sticks of Pure Rage. It's about to be a good show. Let's get it.
there's a ring in there.
Do you want to go?
Let's fucking go.
Oh my god, guys, Danny's actually vlogging.
We are on our way to go see Sting.
Okay, me and Ben here, we're chilling, we're kicking back. Yeah, we have to do this because we're carrying the We Are Wrestling channel.
Hey, it's a holy grail. I'm Danny Huckins. It's a holy grail. Good morning,
Hey, now we're
What
back
is up?
here.
What is up? We are wrestling.
We got the We Are Wrestling crew, baby! Gonna allow him to do that? That's his buddy. This right here.
Exactly,
You know,
bro. So what the
That's
fuck
the
is the issue?
Me. That was like the only match that really stands. Call an ambulance. Oh, let's go! We got Danny here.
Fucking guy. Hey, we were just shit talking the fuck out of you for a little bit. What's up?
Fuck you watching
Whatsoever.
Total Divas for?
That was a good reality show. So do not
Watch
come
it
at
now.
me.
I'm adding you so bad right now. I'm gonna flame you all over We Are Wrestling that you
Why?
fucking enjoyed Total Divas. You fucking mark, and I'm the fucking mark.
I did watch one season of Total Bellas.
Of fucking course you did.
If I went to a show and I saw the Dudley Boys both there, and I didn't see a 3D or I didn't see anything from them both, I would have been extremely fucking pissed. I know that for a fact. Me and
Do you want this dude
You're
to
a
snap his
toxic
back? Like,
wrestling fan.
do you want
People
to
would have just been
fucking-
happy to see him. Male cheerleaders had more TV time than 3-minute warning. We need to move
No,
on.
but talking about it's 3-minute warning. Look who they became.
We had Rosie, who was literally the Hamburglar's freaking side partner, Hurricane, and then we had Umaga, who was wonderful.
Start your morning with a nice cup of boss ass coffee.
Sasha Banks, your favorite.
Yeah, boys. Absolutely.
He just fucking eliminates himself by hopping over the rope and
Fucking
being like, "Bye,
ridiculous.
everybody." Donnie's gonna see this shit and be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" He's
Yo.
gonna clip this shit and post it
Dude.
everywhere.
all right. Anyways, so what were you talking about before you had to get your strawberry shortcake? Oh, that looks fucking dang, bro.
Donnie, you shouldn't have left us
Just
in charge, you
brother.
fuck. Bro,
That's not even a joke.
bro,
What?
we need to have a shirt made, right? Jay is better than Jimmy. Have both their heads. Have both their heads, but the one that's Jimmy have it like crossed out in the red end.
Bye, so I'm glad you're muted. You deserve this mute. You deserve that mute. Because honestly, the fucking shit couldn't have been any timed any clearer. Like, even the even the universe is sick of his bullshit. The WWE guys were like, yeah, fuck this guy. Yo, even
having
WWE.
I don't even know how to get him back.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, it worked so perfect. They were like listening to his opinion and just cut his shit halfway through. WWE is watching. They got moderators
No,
on this
really-
shit.
I really don't know like how to get this back. There we go. Let's go.
Oh, that was needed. I needed that.
I don't have as much time as I fucking usually have.
I know.
Are we fucking?
I know.
It's
But yeah, so long story short, the universe thought your opinion was absolute garbage, so it kicked you straight out of the stream.
Would you turn Randy Orton fucking heel? He has to be heel in the whole situation. You fucking cocks.
What if Triple H and Stephanie like just pull out, you know, all of this money and they buy WWE?
Bro.
That would be pretty insane.
I wonder
Triple
if they
H-
get the family discount.
Triple H doesn't even have enough money to start his own wrestling promotion, let alone buy WWE.
All right, you're after that take, Ben. You're the MVP of this episode.
hello.
You gotta get the title, man.
Action.
What is up, We Are Wrestling Maniacs?
This is fucking gold. Dude, I would be like, you know what? That's the next fucking poster. Vinnie Mac ain't here. We're going TV 14. This is fucking money. Money, honey. Money!
You're watching?
We Are Wrestling.
Like and subscribe.
We are wrestling. We are wrestling podcast.
They give a shout out to We Are Wrestling on YouTube.
You're watching We Are Wrestling.
I'm the host with the most.
You are by far the least intelligent.
What's going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. 1/3 of We Are Wrestling.
What's going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs Worldwide. Ben here, the third of the talk show.
We Are Wrestling Podcast.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We are wrestling.